Hello and welcome. I'm Maxine Drake, and you are tuning in to Spa Business Tip Tuesday, where I come on every Tuesday and share a business tip. It's my way of giving back to our industry, and it's a way of elevating the aesthetics industry through the power of education, training, and leadership. So that's my whole goal. So today's topic is about how to leverage Facebook Live to increase traffic to your business. And so some of the things that I want to go over today are how you can increase likes on your business page, how to increase engagement, and then overall ways to use Facebook Live to help your business. So I want to dive right in. I have to say, just before we start, I'm going to give people a couple of minutes to come on live. But, the thing is, and if you're here and you can hear me okay, if you could just say hello and maybe where you're from and that you can hear me just fine, that would be great. I always like to do a little test, a tech test, just to make sure that everyone can hear me. But we had a great weekend, I have to say. I ran a flash sale on my latest product, which was the Esthetician Inner Circle, and it just went fabulous. We have, almost 40 new people in the membership program. I'm stoked just to get to know all the new people. So yeah, it's been busy. But one of the last streams that I did, a lot of concern or questions came up for Facebook Live and just the whole fear around it. So before we dive in and how to use it, I wanted to just ask out there, are you using Facebook Live right now to leverage your business? And if you could just pop into the comment section if you are indeed using Facebook Live already, I'd just love to know. And then if you're not using Facebook Live, what are the fears or challenges around it that you're having? I'd love to know that as well. But I definitely want to give you some tips on how to get started, because I think just getting started is the hardest part. So before you even get started with Facebook Live, you want to have the following things in order. Number one, you want to make sure that your phone is fully charged. Actually, today you can actually use your laptop and to go live, and you can also use your phone. I like the phone a little bit better. I think that it's just a better quality. But you test it out and see what's better for you. But if you use your phone, you want to make sure that it's fully charged. Before you go live, you want to make sure that you put it in airplane mode so you don't get a call or a text or something like that that's going to interrupt and potentially boot you off. And then when it's really important to be connected to some kind of a Wi-Fi so you don't use up your time, your data plan on your phone. So, and for me, what I found out on my phone, I had to actually take it a step further. And yes, I put my phone in airplane mode, and then I turned on my Wi-Fi, but I also had to hit the do not disturb, because for whatever reason. Perfect. Hey, Patty. Patty says that she can hear me. Excellent. Yeah. So I had to put my phone in do not disturb, because I'm like, oh my gosh, my texts were coming through and I had this R2D2 sound, which, kind of breaks it up and then throws me off my game. So you may need to put your phone in a do not disturb also. A couple of other things that I feel are important is really good lighting. Hello, thanks for the likes. And so I have natural lighting. It just so happens to be a very sunny day in Hawaii today. And I also have hi Lynn, I also have some other lighting set up that's pretty inexpensive. I got it off of Amazon, and I'm happy to share my resources with you. And then the other thing that I feel is really important is sound. So you don't sound tinny or echoey. And I have a mic. It's actually wired up under my shirt. It's hooked onto my bra and plugged into my phone. And literally it's a lavalier mic, and I found it on Amazon for $7, and I'm happy to share that with you as well. A couple of other things that I feel is important for us as beauty professionals is not only to have the lighting and the sound, because we want to sound good for our audience, is to make sure that we're in our professional spa wear. You know, so if you have a lab coat, you know, or professional spa wear, be in it. I think that makes us look polished. And then one of the biggest things that I learned was, you know, putting on great makeup. And for me, it was a total trial and error. I went to video this, actually one of my live workshops, and it was a total faux pas because I put on some makeup that wasn't of quality. And since then, now, and I'm happy to share my resources there too, I do use a high definition makeup. And you can actually use it too. It's actually Advanced Mineral Makeup by Annie Mayo, if you don't know it. Love it. And HD is high definition. And for those estheticians out there that are non-artists, like me, I was one of those non-artist estheticians in my treatment room. I was clueless of, you know, the flashback stuff, like just the reflection if you use, you know, put on your SPF prior and things like that. So, so you definitely want to use some high quality HD makeup. And again, I love Advanced Mineral Makeup. That's something actually you can sell as well. Yes, Lynn. Lynn says definitely need that makeup. And I'm so not an artist. And you know what? And I think that we're in the beauty industry and it's really important. Even if you I don't wear a ton, but I definitely have on I'll just share with you, I have on a liquid mineral makeup that I absolutely love. And then I use her powder. I use Advanced Mineral Makeup powder. And then I also use her concealer is out of this world. And I don't know about you, but I totally need concealer. But I love turning you on to things that you can actually use in your own treatment room and resell as well. Okay, so those are things that you want to have kind of in place. Oh, and I forgot another key thing, and that's a tripod. So my phone right now is set up on a tripod so that it's not moving, because there's nothing worse than, you know, that shaky cam kind of feeling. Okay, so those are things to do before you actually go live. Now, if you've never gone live before, I can't really share my screen, but you have some time. So you'll click the go live button, and as you're going live, a really key thing to make sure that you have is a strong headline. So for today's headline, for example, was how to leverage Facebook Live for your spa business. Here's something really interesting to remember also for Facebook, and that is, hi Maxine, that Facebook kind of uses meta tags with your first 18 words when you do a post. Not very much, is it? But that's true. So the headline, you want it to be powerful, and you want it to be what you're talking about in your Facebook Live. So people kind of go, hey, that sounds interesting. I want to tune into that. And then you have that engagement. But the reason why I'm doing this business tip today is because one of the last streams that I did, people were like, oh my gosh, how do I get more likes on my Facebook page? How do I get more engagement? How do I leverage? What do I do with this Facebook? So, Facebook Live. And so there is no doubt that Facebook will give priority to live streaming. And video, when you upload video directly up into Facebook, not shared from YouTube, Facebook will give it priority. Hey Charlotte. So that's reason number one. And by that, Facebook will give you 3 times as much reach as just a regular post. So you know how you can view a post and it'll show you what how much reach you've had? go ahead and play with doing a live stream and just watch to see how much reach that live stream gets. Okay, so that's first and foremost. Okay, we have a bunch of people on the call now, so I would love to know who's using Facebook Live right now. Can you just put a yes or a no in the comment section? I would love that. And then I would love to know, what are some of your fears so that I can help you through them on today's Biz Tip. Why not? This is why we're here. So go ahead and write that in the comment section. Don't be shy, because we all have them. I had them for a year. Fear over doing video, that is. Lynn asks, does that include Ripple videos? Yeah, so you want to upload the video directly to Facebook so that it's not like shared from another platform. Okay, not yet, never used it. So what if I told you that if you could overcome your fears on Facebook Live, that you would grow your business like that much faster? Would you do it? I bet you would, right? Give me some likes or some hearts if you knew that you could grow your business that much faster, because you can. Yeah. And I know that there's a lot of fears around. I'm hearing Lynn says, fear of looking old. Oh my gosh, I had that one myself. Trust me. Looking too fat. Oh goodness, aren't we like our own self-critics? We really are. We really get in our own way, and it's so funny. I got an email actually just this morning from one of my students asking me, how do I get out of my own way? And it's those limitations that we put on ourselves, right? It's like, holy crap, when we really take a look at it. And the thing is that it doesn't have to be perfect. And I can tell you that I still kind of, stumble through. I have notes here of what I want to cover today, but we have to kind of get over. Gina says, I don't want to mess up. Oh gosh. Okay. I say a lot. Did you notice? I'm not perfect. Look at my, I got stuff in my back. I mean, seriously, it's like we really just have to do our best to get over. And I think the best way out of that is just to punch through it. I don't want you to be like me. Literally, I hired a business coach and spent quite an investment, and I stayed stuck for a year and a half and did not do any live video. And I knew that as soon as I got over it, that things would start to boom, and they have. I think the likes on my own business page has increased by double, and so there's that. But the thing is that I waited, and if I didn't, it just really launched last year, Facebook Live, and if I hadn't waited, I would have been on the on the front side of that. But it's not too late. I never think that it's too late to start. We just got to start. And we have to support each other to help us through, those first couple of trial and errors. But yesterday, an interesting tip came up as well. And I said, well, we just got to practice. And where do we practice? Where can we practice? And we can actually practice on our private page. Now, Facebook does not like when you promote your business on your private page, but you can select, when you're going to post, and you can select public, friends only. You can select private, and you can practice going live where only you're going to see it. And I think where the fear comes in, and tell me if I'm wrong, is like, oh my gosh, I hit that button and going live. It's like, oh my gosh, there's no redo. So I think that if we practice that a couple of times, going private, we just kind of get over that fear, right? I mean, think about the times that, how many times did it take you to do an eyebrow wax where you weren't scared to do it anymore? So we just have to keep practicing those things that we don't feel confident in and that we're good at until we start to get good at it, because that's the only way we're going to get good. So Angela says, I work in a cosmetic surgery industry. Talk about the pressure to look good. Exactly, I know. But I think, it's so funny. Lynn even mentioned earlier, fear of looking old. And, that was one of my gripes last year. I'm not going to lie. I was like, darn it, why does this have to be, popular now? Why couldn't this have been popular when I was in my 30s, But, the thing is like, who cares? We have something beautiful to share with the industry. And I say to share your gifts. And, Facebook Live is becoming more and more popular. So we're going to see more and more stuff through Facebook Live, okay? So let's just talk about, all right, I already said that Facebook gives priority and that you get 3 times as much more visibility. But what are some ways that you could use Facebook Live in your business? So let's just say you're scared to come on and talk like this, because you can do polls and you can do Q&As with the people that are in your tribe. But what about just to ease into it if you did some demos? You demoed a brand new modality that you brought in, or you showed off your favorite product, or you did a demo of another treatment in your treatment room, or even if you kind of shared the screen and had one of your favorite clients in your treatment room with you, where you could be side by side, and you did like a cute little, Q&A where that client shared how wonderful you were, like kind of like a testimonial, but right there where you kind of like were there together. Because we all have those favorite clients that would do anything for us, and, that come in to see us on a regular basis, that would be happy to do that with us. And I think, sometimes having maybe a person next to you going on camera might just ease up the nervousness, so to speak. I don't know. How does that sound? Let's see. Angela says, we started with live traffic, with a live raffle drawing. Perfect. I think that's another, way to get engagement, right? Is to do a drawing and then go ahead and go live as you're reaching in the bowl to pull out the winner, and you make the announcement. I mean, how cool is that? So the people that weren't there per se could witness, and feel like that they were there with you. But, what are some other ways that you could leverage Facebook Live, even after? Let's think about that, because here's something to consider. So watch what happens after you go live, and now you post the video to your page, right? Now you can share the bejesus out of it, and you can share it across and repurpose that across multiple platforms. What I do is I upload mine into my YouTube channel, so now it's there. Okay. And then you can also repurpose that and put it into an email and upload it into an email. Hey, in case you didn't know, I went live on my business page and shared my latest product, shared my latest modality, and in case you missed it, here it is. But here's another thing, that if you do decide to go live on your business page, is that we want to stay consistent. And I made a commitment this year to give back to our industry, and I'm going live every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for Spa Business Tip Tuesday. And you are more than welcome to borrow that idea. Call it Skin Tip Thursday, call it Skin Tip Monday, whatever. And where you're just going on and you're offering, you know, your expertise and your knowledge and sharing with your community what you know, because you know a lot. And then another thing that you can do with that video once you post it to your page is you can boost it. So how to get more likes that way? Well, you know, at the end of your stream, you can ask for people to share it. And what will start to happen is as you go live more and more, people will, you know, will be drawn to you, and more you'll start to build your audience, and the word will just get out. And then you can also boost your post if you want as well. You can boost that video. So movement just definitely gets more, you know, like we said, Facebook grants like 3 times as much exposure. But what we don't necessarily want. Yes, we want to be seen and we want the visibility, but we also want the engagement. And what's engagement in Facebook? That's when someone likes, you know, your video or actually comments on your video or your post, right? And so what I'm hearing also a lot is estheticians that are like, gosh, I post all day long and I'm just not getting the engagement, I'm not getting the traffic. And so you just want to get people used to that so that they know where to find you on your business page. So come on, what else is going on? So I hope this was helpful today, especially knowing that you could really, really take your business to another level. Be ahead of the game. Don't be like me last year who was just fearful of getting on video, because we all have gifts to share. And it's about time that we just do it. You know, that's as simple as I can say it, is that we just got to do it. And, you know, you have your own, there's just so many branches and areas of expertise in our industry today, whether it's eyelash extensions or microcurrent or, you know, whatever, we're doing so much. Share your genius with your community, and then ask your friends who are local to share your video with other friends that are local, so you can start building up that local community. Loving your audience, just do it. It's so true. I just borrowed the Nike thing, right? Nike says just do it, and sometimes we just do. We have to just do it, because I'll tell you what, if I just would have done it last year, I would have had, you know, over 300 videos logged already. But I'm committed now. I'm here for you every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, to share a business tip. So I'm here for you. Yep. Okay, so thanks for tuning in this Spa Business Tip Tuesday. I ask you to share this video if this inspired you with another fellow esthetician, so they too can tune in every Tuesday for Spa Biz Tip Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All right, have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye.